Hello everyone, and welcome to a little bit different video. In this video I just wanna talk about my strategic situation in, or actually overall the campaign situation in my Marinid campaign. So, I did some extensive testing with another faction to try and find out, where actually my desert attrition, because we do have desert attrition, which you won't even notice if you're playing as a Marinid, because they are immune against desert attrition. So, this is roughly the sign that I have found that the desert attrition actually starts. There might be a little area where it actually goes in or maybe box out, but generally this is the line. So I was planning that, if we can draw the enemies in to this area, the roads might actually be safe too, but generally, if we could draw the enemy into this area and make them stay there, because if they stay there, they're gonna take desert attrition, of course, and add if we have a horse archer army or an army just of horse archers, that will just hit and run and not actually get into melee. That is gonna hurt them very, very much. They might even be unable to do anything. Then I did the dumbest thing ever. I opened up the overworld map, or the world map, or whatever you call this one now. And when I planned this, I had in mind Sicily, perhaps, and Portugal. I didn't factor in the entirety of Germany, France, and maybe even Scandinavia. So all the planning done here is probably basically useless. And you probably seen the cross up there in the above Tunis. Well, what's that? Well, that's the goal of the Crusade, to take Tunis. So again, this planning of going into the desert and just kill them there might be useless planning. However, it would have been useless planning unless these guys plan on taking everything, in which it might not actually be such a dumb idea to prepare. So, what is the situation, or what's the planning on the home front? Well, you see a little green dot here, if you can see my mouse. Green dot here with a blue circle in it, or blue dot, never mind. That is an army that I am currently building, which is why it's blue. It should have probably been white. But there is an army that I'm currently building. It's not gonna be the best army. It's probably not gonna be the worst. But on the home front, it doesn't have to be the best army. Why? Because all the barracks that I've been building along the coast, or in any settlement actually, every town has these barracks that adds troops. Now, the good thing about that is that one, if the enemy decides to attack, then they're gonna go up against a lot of good troops, or at least a lot of troops. And two, if they decide that, oh no, we're just gonna wait for a while, well, then I can move this army over there, you know, and reinforce. Kinda a little bit like Second Manassas, for instance, just to take a battle out of from the top of my head, where the enemy goes in and then we counterattack. All fine and good. Alright, we have a lot of ground to retreat to if we have to. We can't risk this army. This is very important army. But then again, we can't really give up on Tunis. On other fronts, we have I've done some quick recon. We have an army down in America that if you remember the last time we checked, that was ravaged by what's the name for it? Illness. You know, it just had very bad luck, just getting illness after illness, pretty much. So it's half strength, which is why I call it blue. You know, it's kind of beaten up. But we also have two armies that is fresh. I think one or two units might be, you know, beaten up, but we have two armies that is very melee heavy and cavalry, and we have Portugal above us, and the big garrison in my recon, the city to the south that you can probably say the name of better than I can. It has a big garrison, but a small army, while the city sort of northeast to it has a small garrison, but a big army. So the plan is to move the beaten up army down to Granada, because one, it is close to the front, relatively close to the front. It has manpower, a lot of burghers, that is probably mispronounced that, a lot of burghers. Population, which is something my army is reliant on. And I can recruit units there, that's the most important thing. I can't recruit units in this region down here. And I'm not sure if, I don't remember if I can do it here, but here I can recruit a lot of units that I already have in this army. Two, the second movement is a combined movement of these two armies in the south of Andalusia, is it? I don't know. To move north, direct north, up to Esprime, whatever, where they have a big army and a small garrison. Now, why not go to where they have a big garrison and a small army? Well, simply because the big army can ba-dum down, while you know, and then we're gonna have a lot more enemy Portuguese to fight, which is something we want to avoid if we ever possibly can, having to fight too many of the enemy. So what can happen while we are doing that? Well, first of all, I gotta be on this like bang bang bang, so I can't really lose like too many units. At least I gotta be on and moving within 3 turns. Any longer and anything can happen that will screw me up. You know, what can go wrong? Well, you might have noticed that gray border over there, you know, around Navarre, Aragon and Castile. Well, what might happen? This might happen. And we have seen that, you know, with Sicily, they had a alliance, you know, built through a royal wedding with us. So, you know, that might happen, in which they're just gonna, you know, we're gonna be even more shit, because Well, they have like, what, 4 armies together? We can't do that. At least I can't fight that. So, let me just check through here. So, that is a risk we're gonna have to take. Or that I'm gonna have to take. That, you know, that just hope that they are gonna stay neutral. Or at least let me deal with, you know, Portugal first. So, once we actually have the money, we're gonna have to recruit another army down here. Also, I did find the, a little on a short notice, I did find out which, how to recruit that special units that I think is like Christian knights in service of, you know, Marinid, and it's a cavalry unit, and I'm quite sure it's quite expensive, but you need a foreigner camp. So that out of the way. Good, good, small notice. Time to get back on the big notice. Okay, so again, we have all of Germany, all of France, all of England even, and most likely all of Scandinavia. We also have all of Italy, quite sure, and we also have the kingdom, the Crusader kingdoms over here to our direct right, my right at least. So one possible way for them to actually get to us is through Spain. Another one is to simply take the sea route through the Republican island of Pisa in Sardinia and head that way, you know, direct route to Tunis after all. However, also these are the 2 routes that I can be absolutely sure about that Sicily and the Crusader kingdoms will take. They will head, you know, as the arrows indicate, you know, directly over sea, through sea, or, you know, they might go over land, but I'm gonna guess that they're gonna take the sea route. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, the kingdoms of Europe is gonna head this way. Why? Well, simply because, you know, hey, they have land down in Spain over here. In my experiences, that's exactly what AI love to do. Doesn't matter if you own all of, you know, this. If they have an easy route down, they're gonna take it. Now, it is possible for them to take both, even. Which gonna mean that our army down in the south is gonna be very busy. Very busy indeed. So we're gonna have to spend a lot of money on getting money, getting food, and most importantly, alongside with an army, we need to get our garrisons up. We need bigger garrisons, or this ain't gonna work. And I've already identified that this city, that you can't see the name of because I turned it off, doesn't have a garrison unit, so it's very weak. You can sail in with an army and take it relatively easy. So that makes this army up here, that is currently being built, slowly, to yeah, just they have to get good real fast, and we have to get them up and running soon. It's very important to this army. If it falls, we might actually lose the entire campaign.